When it comes to talking to your kids about e-cigarettes, it's really important to think about it not being a single conversation, but ideally a series of conversations. In a perfect world, you'd start even before they've been exposed to e-cigarettes. The reality is some kids as young as 5th, 6th, or 7th grade are using e-cigarettes, and so this is part of the landscape kids are growing up in now, and it's important to find out what they know and give them an opportunity to ask you any questions they might have. If you're having a conversation with your child because you found that they are using an e-cigarette product, it's important to find out as much information as you can from them. Coming down with fire and brimstone is unlikely to have an open dialogue with your child, and so it's really important to find out what are they using, why are they using it, where did they get it, what do they like, what do they not like, and really have an open dialogue so you have a sense for what's happening in your child's life. Once you know the situation, then you can start to tell them the facts that they need to know about e-cigarettes. Do they know why the law prohibits e-cigarette use among Canadians 18 and under, the fact that they are more vulnerable? Are they aware of some of the risks? Just because e-cigarettes are believed to be less harmful than combustible tobacco, that doesn't mean that they're healthy, and there are still other risks like addiction to nicotine and negative consequences from some of the additives to the e-liquid. One example of this is vitamin E acetate, which is believed to be the contaminant that is responsible for a lot of the severe lung illness that has been caused by e-cigarette use in the US and to a smaller extent in Canada. Some of the specific risks for adolescents and young adults are because the body and brain is still developing at that time of life. So exposure to nicotine and other products in e-cigarette liquid may have more significant negative consequences. It may be that e-cigarette use could prove to be a gateway product for young people to gain a taste for nicotine and then ultimately to transition to combustible cigarettes and ultimately create a new generation of smokers by an introduction to nicotine via e-cigarettes. The important part of having a conversation with your child is making sure that the correct information, the best evidence gets through, and that they don't get their information from the schoolyard. There are a lot of good resources out there. A good place to start always is with your family GP. Health Canada has excellent resources. I think that as a parent, what you want to have is the best evidence behind you so that when you're having a conversation with your child, you know the facts and you're in a position to hopefully, in a caring way, communicate those facts and shape their behavior.